All right, welcome back, everybody. How was that for you? Were you already aware, keenly aware of your earnings, or was it a kind of a wake-up call, or were you pleasantly surprised, or were you disappointed, or
Yes,
what were you?
all of the above.
Yeah, so what I hear in this business all the time is, oh, I really don't care about the money. I'm not really a money person. I'm all about helping people. But at the end of the day, if you can't pay your bills, you go out of business. So there's nothing wrong. I mean, in fact, in order to be a network marketing professional, you're going to have to know what you earn. You have to know how to increase your earnings. You have to know, are you doing better this quarter than last quarter? Are you making more than you owe in taxes? Are you covering your personal finances of the money that you're bringing in? If you're doing this full time, how much of that is going to utilities? How much of that is going to your mortgage? How much of that is going to your rent? Calculate it out, because what you're doing is you're starting to create your living. And, some of you do this part-time. And so this is just to supplement your living so that you can go out to dinner, a little bit more often. You can, buy something nice for yourself every once in a while. But some of you are really looking to get out of your job. And some of you are looking to set yourself up for retirement. And some of you have very specific accounts that you're saving this money for, to go on a special trip or pay for a special, adventure or whatever. So how was it for the rest of you guys?
Well, Cindy, I've been doing this quite a while, keeping track, and I have it on my budget sheet anyway. And to be able to go back and look at the prior years is interesting too. Right now, I'm making more. I made more last year during the full raging pandemic than I've been making. Not huge amounts, but there is a slight decline. So this has been very, depressing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being honest.
No, I'm being honest, because I'm looking here to see who's on this call today with me. And my team used to be all of them on here, and there's not one person from my team on here. And this is being recorded. So now I wish I hadn't said that, but
Now I hear you, Peg. Now, okay. So one of the brutal realities of network marketing is that, and the reason I think you should pat yourself on your back is that you're part of the 2%. I mean, there is a very small percentage of people that stick with this long enough to get to phase 3 of network marketing, which is you're earning more than you just can even imagine. I mean, like, you never, like, mind-blowing money, right? Most people give up at stage 1 or stage 2. And, and a lot of people, when it comes to accountability, aren't accountable. They say one thing and they do another. So there's lack of integrity there. Everybody wants to be a diamond, but very few people are willing to do what it takes. And that's why Eric Worre says you have to have all 3 characteristics. You have to be hungry, willing, and coachable. A lot of people that are hungry, but they're not willing to do what it takes to make it happen. So I would think that would explain, maybe what you're seeing. And the other beautiful thing about this is, when we say, listen with your eyes, you and I both had very heart-to-heart conversations with a lot of people, and our goal is to help them get whatever it is that they want. And so once we understood what other people wanted, then we set up a framework so that we could help them make that happen. And we didn't give up on them. They gave up on themselves. So unless they have decided as their own independent contractor to take a different path towards success, which they're more than welcome to do because they are their own boss, then the only thing we can do is provide a framework that we know how to do. We can't teach them anything we haven't done. So anyway,
So Cindy, let me add something here because I'm going to change the subject a little bit on you in terms of looking at this in a positive light and understanding what you're looking at there in terms of your income, but including or adding to it the value that your home-based business is giving you in terms of taxes. Okay, because if you weren't doing this and you were doing a normal job, or if you are doing a normal job, I remember there was a great deal of time when I was working and Cindy was doing network marketing, and I was so psyched because we saved so much money in taxes from my normal job. Now that we're doing network marketing full time, I can look and see that the deductions that we're taking have such a tremendous value on the quality of our life because of the income that it saves us. And if you're not utilizing your tax deductions, then you're not leveraging this business in the right way. But that's a tremendously positive aspect of this, and it doesn't show just in the income that we're showing ourselves here in a quarterly statement per se. So it's super positive as it goes there, and it may just be time to course redirect, right?
No question.
And the other thing is we're all learning new skills. So I bet that none of us last year spent as much time on social media as we are this year, which is a whole new animal, right?
Spent it successfully.
Say that again.
And spent it successfully
This year on social media.
this year. Yeah, it's like we're learning so many new things that we're having so much more success on it than we did last.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you don't learn a new skill and just go straight to the top of that, being a professional in that new skill overnight. It takes time to hone your skills and improve your skills and really get good at what you're doing when you're working in new arenas. And we've all been, pushed with this pandemic to think outside the box and think, and pivot and tweak what we're doing to, fit the new world. So congratulations for being a very small percentage of the, ASEA network that are willing to do what it takes. If you guys weren't hungry, if you guys weren't coachable, and if you guys weren't willing, you wouldn't be here. Okay. So I just want to tell you how much respect I have for you, because I know who's going to be here every morning, and it sometimes surprises me, Peg, to go, where's so-and-so? I wonder where so-and-so is. You know what I mean? But you guys are the fabric of what makes a network marketing company work. And I just want to tell you something that this might tweak who you're looking for. You might not see yourself as, this big old grand poobah, powerful network marketing entrepreneur. But guess what? Do you know that you are what every one of us is looking for? I don't know, when you think of the people that you want to attract onto your team, who you think of, but you should think of a Cosimo, a Melanie, a Peg, a Benita, a Deb, go all the way down this participant list. And that's who you're looking for. You're looking for people just like you. Okay. So maybe that's a tweak for some of you guys. Look in the mirror, and you're not looking for somebody fancier than you, better than you, more whatever. I mean, those people are fine, but you're looking for people just like you. That's who you're looking for. I spoke to Danny Doyle last night. He was so busy. He goes, oh my gosh, I need 13 of me. There's not enough of me to go around. Right. So, yeah, if you could, the idea is you can clone yourself. People are going to have different personalities and different ways of doing things, but Peg Coates is going to attract Peg Coates' tribe, and her tribe is going to look completely different than Cosimo's tribe or Benita's tribe, right? And that's the beauty of it. So if you're competitive in nature, you know, you shouldn't be, because you're not going to attract those people anyway. Those people are going to be attracted to somebody else if they're not part of your tribe. That's why it's important to get real specific about your brand and be as much authentically you as you can be, because that your authenticity is going to attract your people, not somebody else's people, your people, right? So be honest, you know, be direct, be as much you as you can possibly be. So how was that for you other guys? How was it really honing in on your finances and getting real clear about what you're earning from this business?
Yes, I think it has, like Peg says, you look at these figures, you see disappointment, and you also see a nice result. I keep track of it on a regular basis, and one thing that has inspired me recently is that I knew which week last year was my biggest week, and so far this year, I have surpassed my biggest week last year. So just, you know, seeing something like that is an encouragement. And I think it's a good idea, as you say, to keep track of what we're doing.
Absolutely. And, you know, here's another way of looking at it. Do you know a lot of people are out of business? They didn't survive the pandemic. So they don't have the luxury of looking at a paycheck in 2021 and saying, oh, I'm a little bit down from last year. They're done. They're out. They got kicked in the teeth and they're starting all over again. And it doesn't matter if they're 70 years old or 20 years old or, you know, female or white or black or rich or poor, or they live in America or they live in Europe. It doesn't matter. These people got kicked in the teeth and they are done, and they are looking for something where that they can depend on. And we've got it. We've got it. Okay. So now, you know, we're not these people that are online, you know, marketing cryptocurrency. I don't know how many times you guys have gotten hit up this week for cryptocurrency. Holy smokes. I've just been inundated. I'm like, holy, and I'm not going to invest with somebody I don't know online that I just met on Facebook. I mean, no, thank you, you know? So anyway, well, I hope this has been a wake up call. I know that we're at the bottom of the half hour. So we're going to let you guys go. We'll see you tomorrow morning. But yeah, be really aware of what you're earning, and, you know, stick an extra $100 in your pocket today and make sure that you continue to feel wealthy. One thing you might want to do as an exercise for extra credit, if you want to get an A+ in this class, is you can add up your paycheck for all of 2020. If you've been at this a little bit longer, you know, look at it for 2019, look at it for 2020, and see what you earned annually for the year. And then remember that that's residual income. So figure out how much you'd have to put in a bank earning off the interest that the bank would pay you compared to what ASEA is paying you on a monthly basis. And you'll realize that you're a millionaire. All right.
Okay.
We'll see
Hey,
you guys
Cindy.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Cindy, just for clarification, first of all, great, super great exercise. You said earlier, stage 3 in network marketing, you're making a ton of money, and most people quit in stage 1 and stage 2. Just for clarification, can you tell me what stage 1 and stage 2 is?
Absolutely. Stage 1 is where you're working really hard. You're spending a lot of time building this business and you're hardly making any money. Stage 2 is you're working really hard. You're trying to get this plane off the runway. You're making okay money. Like if you did, you know, dollars per hour, you're doing okay. And you're your own boss. You're creating your own asset. So this is beginning to become legitimate. Like it's viable, right? But you're still working. You're not duplicating really. You're still the man. You're doing it all. You're doing the calls. You're doing all the whatever it takes, right? Stage 3 is when the machine has taken off without you. And you can't stop it if you tried. It's like a snowball rolling down with wet snow. down a wet mountain, and that snowball's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's not about Keith anymore. Keith could go on vacation and this snowball would continue to pay. Okay. That's stage 3. That's the thing that everybody wants with network marketing. Oh man, it's such a dream. I just wish it was real. I just wish it was real. It's so fake. No, it's not fake, but you can't quit until you're there. You have to pay the price. And the truth is, most people aren't willing to pay the price, because what we see is the glory, and what we don't know is the story, that we did things that other people were not willing to do so that we could have things that other people will never have. Okay. And that's what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, right? Because
That's
we've got the grit that it takes to make it to the end. Okay. We're not one of those people that starts the marathon too hard, runs the first 2 miles so fast so we could get all the, holy smokes, look at Cindy Buck. She is a runner. Oh my gosh. And then she peters out and can't even finish the flipping race because she doesn't have the consistency that it's going to take, the tenacity that it's going to take, the thick skin that it's going to take, the vision that it's going to take, the belief that it's going to take, the becoming that it's going to take to make it to the finish line, where only a small percentage make it to. And I'll tell you, the Olympics are coming up, and it's this, oh man, Bo, what's the gymnast's name? That little black girl, she's like 4'8".
Simone Biles.
Oh my gosh, is she a stud? She's older. She's like 28. Okay. She didn't think
23.
Huh? No,
23.
28. Nope, because she's old. Well, maybe she's 23. Whatever. She's young, but she's old in the gymnast world. Whatever, anybody in their 20s, I can't even imagine them being old, but whatever. She said, I was going to go to the Tokyo Olympics and then I was going to retire, because you know how hard those gymnasts work? Hard. Okay. And then the pandemic postponed the Olympics. And she said, oh man, I don't know if I can train this hard for another year, because that's all you do. I mean, all you do is freaking gymnastics day in, day out, day in, day out. But she's got this thing inside of her. She said, all right, I'm doing it. And this little girl, oh my God, she is.
So Siri says she's 24, honey.
She's 24 years old. She is the most winningest gymnast in the sport. She's the best of all time. And she is doing, this little girl is doing tricks that only guys do in gymnastics, right? She is doing incredible tricks at a late age in gymnastics. And watch her, she's going to win. I just think she's going to win in this Olympics coming up in Tokyo. Okay, so remember we were talking about these things that make great companies. There's good companies and there's great companies. There's good people and there's great people. And there's level 5 leadership. Remember we were talking about level 5 leadership? That thing, that X factor is what's going to take you to stage 3 network marketing. It's the same thing that takes Simone to the Olympics. It's the same thing that, that takes these stage 5 leaders. They're like, who is this dude? This girl is just killing it. What does she have? She has the X factor. Go ahead, Sandra.
It's like that expression, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits.
That's right. That's right. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. You guys are winners. You know what? You're going to figure it out. You know what? You're stubborn. I love the fact that you're stubborn. You got a little rock in your shoe and you're going to figure the darn thing out. You're not going to quit. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an incredible day.
Thank
You're
you
the best. You're the best.
so much.
And see if you can get more people on your team. If they're committed, if they want to earn more. I know a lot of them are working, but hey.
5 more
Bring 'em on
days
board.
or 4 more days till double fast start ends. 4 more days.
Hey.
How I know where I'm at, when I start forgetting my preferred customers' names, then I know it's just
Right?
it's going. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Thanks, Cindy. Bye.
Absolutely. See ya.
Thanks, both. Thanks, Cindy. I got
Bye.
another
You rock.
Thank you.